You need your own bobblehead over there.
All right, I'm working on it.
We're in the kitchen with Eric Dornberger, Executive Chef at Atlantic Shores Retirement Community in Virginia Beach. All next week is Big Game Week on the Hampton Road Show, but Eric is getting a jump on the menu, planning for those big football viewing parties. Eric, what are you going to cook for us this morning?
We're doing a new twist on the mozzarella stick. We're going to wrap that in phyllo dough, and we'll bake those. And I'm going to do a very hot and spicy chicken taquito.
Very hot and spicy?
Yes, sir.
We like it like that.
Yes, we do.
For the big game. And we got a little something special coming up, too, with the residents from Atlantic Shores. So we'll get started in just a few minutes. We are in the kitchen this morning with Chef Eric Dornberger from Atlantic Shores Retirement Community in Virginia Beach. And right there were just a few of the wonderful and beautiful residents from Atlantic Shores, Eric. Yeah. And they gave us their take on their, inspiration for making resolutions. And you hear it all the time, don't you? And you got to help them out with it.
Everybody has resolutions. I feel bad about the the watching your weight resolutions at Atlantic Shores, and we have a casual bistro. We have 2 fine dining restaurants. We have a bakery, bake shop, chef.
You make it really, the food is there. You make it difficult for them, but you'll work with them, won't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to, commit, be strong and commit to your resolution.
And they keep you on your toes, don't they?
Absolutely. I get a lot of feedback from the residents at Atlantic Shores. It's fantastic.
Wonderful place. All right, so let's get to what you're making this morning. Right. Big game stuff. Big game stuff.
Big game stuff. A little twist on a mozzarella stick. Today we're going to wrap the mozzarella in phyllo dough. Phyllo dough is a little temperamental. You expose it to air for too long and it will get crispy on you quick, and then you can't use it. So the best thing to do is to rub it with some butter.
This is the dough right here, right?
This is the dough right here.
That's as thin as paper.
It's very thin, tough to make. There it is, temperamental right there.
Already
so we do a
up.
couple of layers.
Right.
Lay that down. What I like to do also is put a little layer of breadcrumbs in between them just to give it a little extra crunch, and there's some fresh herbs in my breadcrumbs. When you're working with this dough, you want to cover it as quickly as possible, work on the ends.
Right.
And, right here.
Okay, sprinkle a little breadcrumbs. Let's see, you've got it seasoned.
Yeah.
And then you're going to top it off with another
of dough. And again, we'll butter this down.
Working with phyllo dough really looks tough, man.
It is. It's a commitment.
Right.
You get yourself in. You open up that package of phyllo and you uncover it, and
you got to jump right in, and you got to go.
Between uses, you can keep it covered with a damp cloth, and that will help.
Okay, so the phyllo dough is ready.
Phyllo dough is ready. I have some mozzarella cheese here. I'm just gonna lay those down. Cut the dough. And then the trick is to roll it up and seal in the sides. Keep that cheese inside of the dough.
And I guess you're going to bake this, right?
And then we're going to bake that, right?
And you bake it to a golden brown?
I'm talking 450, 475, high heat, 3 to 5 minutes. You just want to, because the cheese will melt quick.
Right. So just enough to get the cheese melted.
Get the cheese melted and crisp up this dough. I mean, the sheets are so thin that they'll cook very, very fast.
Okay, we got about a minute left.
All right.
Any time for spicy taquito?
No, we'll do the pesto. I'm making a basil pesto for a dipping sauce for the mozzarella, and we put a whole bunch of fresh basil in a food processor, some pine nuts, which add a nice flavor, plenty of Parmesan cheese, and some salt and pepper. Let's not forget about one of my favorites, some chopped garlic.
Some garlic.
Yeah. Okay. Add a little oil to this. Some good olive oil.
You got to have something liquid based in there, right?
Oh yeah. I'll put a little in it now. Get it chopped up. We'll add a little bit more to it. The great thing about making basil pesto is you can make it ahead of the time, and you can make it and freeze it. Also, and it'll keep quite well. You just have to coat a little olive oil, put it in a container, and put some olive oil on top of it, and then just throw it into the freezer, and it's good for 3 months or so.
So is that it for the dipping sauce?
That's it for the dipping sauce. We'll plate it up towards the end, and there it is, nice bright green.
Okay. So the mozzarella sticks are done and wrapped. You're going to throw them in the oven.
Put them
also,
in the oven
the dipping sauce is done.
Yes, sir.
When we come back in a few minutes, we're going to go spicy taquitos.
We're going spicy taquitos. Yes,
okay,
sir.
This is perfect for the big game.
Yeah, it's a great appetizer. Fun to make, a little time consuming, but we're going to take care of it.
Okay. All right.
Next
Eric
thing.
Dornberger, great job. We'll get started on the other stuff in just a few minutes.
See those recipes.
Back here on the Hampton Roads Show with Chef Eric Dornberger from Atlantic Shores Retirement Community in Virginia Beach. He's fixing up some tasty snack ideas for the big game parties that you might want to get planned for next week. We did mozzarella sticks, and now, Eric, it's time for spicy taquitos.
Spicy taquitos, that's right. I have some boneless chicken thighs here. We're going to go ahead and put them in a pan and sear those off. This is all the filling. Get these taquitos going. I'll just put a couple in there. We'll let those saute, and I'll just go ahead and cut up a julienne red onion. That'll be going in there.
Wow, you wasted no time with that onion.
As well as a red bell pepper. Put some red bell pepper in there. Take out the insides.
Time for a flip?
Yeah, sure, why not? Put those together. Julienne these red bell peppers up. Don't burn me. And I have a little jalapeno, which is the hot and spicy part of this dish.
Just a little, huh?
Just a little bit. Seeds and all. And I also like to put a little potato into the taquito.
Man, this thing is a splatterer.
Can you push those off to the top side for me? That would be great.
Push them off to the top side? Okay.
And we'll go ahead and add all of this stuff.
You're going to add it all together in the same pan?
Right on in there.
Okay, while you add it in, talk about the big game next week. What do you guys got planned over at Atlantic Shores?
Oh, man. We have widescreen TVs all over the place. We'll be serving hors d'oeuvres, such like these.
Right.
The residents have a great time. We have a great demographic of people that have lived all over the United States. So there's a lot of controversy during the football season.
Lots of talk. I mean, a lot of them come down from the north, and so I know there's a lot of big fans rooting for the Patriots or the Giants. What are you hearing? What are you hearing?
Well, what I'm hearing a lot of is we're big supporters of Eli Manning, and we support Eli Manning because of his support for the I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Eric.
His support for the Guiding Eyes puppy program, which raises puppies for the seeing impaired.
Oh, good.
And Eli Manning's a sponsor of that, and we have a couple of puppies at Atlantic Shores that our residents are training to go into that program. So, me, I'm a Ravens fan. So maybe.
Oh man, sorry about that, Eric.
It was terrible.
Yeah, Billy Cunda. Enough said.
Enough said. Next year.
Okay.
Put a little garlic in there. And I have some fresh oregano. We'll put some fresh oregano in there.
Okay, got about 1 minute left. What's that, Eric? Pat Zajac would agree.
That's a Pat Zajac special, right? Woo! Tequila.
That came with no warning either.
That's a. Can I buy a vow?
Yeah, there's plenty of vows in tequila.
And I put some tomato juice in, and you basically are going to let this braise, and then you pull the chicken apart.
Right.
And what I have are some corn tortillas. Got about a minute, right?
Yeah, well, a little under that now.
A little under that. So I'll just pull one together. This right here is the finished product. The chicken's all pulled apart. And then we basically will just fill a corn tortilla up. And you'll do this and drop it right into the warm oil. Going to cook it for 2-3 minutes on one side and do it on the other side, and then you serve them immediately.
Serve them immediately.
Serve them immediately.
Do you have any sauce to go over it, or just as is?
Have some guacamole. I'll go ahead and put that together because it'll probably take just a little longer than we have.
Okay, so the taquitos with a little bit of tequila, got a little bit of jalapeno in there, just enough spice to make it just so right for the residents at Atlantic Shores.
Right.
Eric, great job. We're going
Thank
to taste
you
this in
very
just a
much.
few minutes. Great job.
Thank you very much.
Smell